Alright, hopefully you can see what's going on here. So I've got this is a 1990 Chevy pickup 1500. Got the old 350 here. And customer brought it in, it would not start. So check the usual suspects. Got plenty of fuel spray pattern down in the fuel injection system, but had no spark. So typically, if you get a spark problem, you can use something like, and this is what's called a Surefire. It's a bit tangled up, but this is the Surefire portable ignition. And I'm sure you've seen this when you turn it on, and it's powerful. It's gonna do what it needs to. Anyway, so I put the Surefire ignition on the distributor cap on the center post, and it still wouldn't start. But it still didn't have spark either. So I thought what we had was a problem with the not just the coil, but something else. So I'm going to show you what I found. Alright, so what I typically find, like on a rotor, the reason I went after the rotor is because I felt as though there wasn't any spark coming out of with the ignition system, the supplementary ignition system put on there. I couldn't get any spark out of the rest of the terminals. So I thought, okay, well, we've got a little carbon tracing here on this rotor. But upon further inspection, what I did find was that this carbon tracing didn't actually go all the way through. Now inside here, let me get my flashlight, which, sorry, I'm not prepared. So inside there, you might be able to see that it's fairly clear in that one area right there, that little black spot. But what I failed to find, I did find it, but what I did find was up in the corner of this, and hopefully you can see that. Up in the corner, there's another black spot. Well, normally that shouldn't be there, which I didn't think much about it. However, what I did see was it looked as though something was festering underneath the cap, or this tang right here. And right underneath that cap, I'm getting a soft spot. So now, what you can see, hopefully right there, there's a little bit of an outcropping right here. And that right there is what I feel is where it was shorting the ground. So rotor's turning and the spark is coming through the cap, and it's going to go through this point here and out. And what's happening is this is actually grounding on the inside there to that through that cap or the rotor, and it's on the distributor shaft that's right up in here, which is ground. It was going right through there, and it was touching, causing it to kill the spark. Well, to explain the other portion of this, the coil, why was I not getting any spark at all? Because typically you can get spark up to this and it'll pop and backfire. That wasn't happening. It just simply wouldn't start at all, wouldn't do anything. What I determined was I believed that this thing had shorted out enough to where it killed the coil. So I put a new rotor and new coil, fired right back up. Of course, this is old enough you can't get codes out of it for this type of thing. You know, there's no, you know, it's just for the sensors on there, maybe a ground or something, but that's about all it's good for. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that your way just to kind of show you basic ignition system failure. I know everything's high-tech and all this stuff out here today, but go back to your roots. It's basically suck, squish, bang, and blow. Intake, compression, power, and exhaust. And any car from the turn of the century, from the 20th century through today, works on the same principle. It's all an internal combustion engine, so it has to have, basically, it has to have fuel, it has to have compression, it has to have spark in some way. And it's just basically, if you will imagine a cannonball shooting out of a cannon, an engine works a similar way. You have to light the fuse, and the cannon shoots out the cannonball. However, in an engine, the piston is considered like a cannonball. Instead of shooting out at its enemy, it rolls around the crankshaft and comes back. And it's ready for another cycle. And there's about 650 of those at idle. Bang, bang, bang. So, there's your problem, lady. Thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.